Hey people, it's Saturday, May the 22nd, and it is 2:25 in the afternoon, and it is a very muggy and humid 25 degrees Celsius, but with a humidex of 30 degrees. And I'm here in front of St. Lawrence Market on Front Street East. And I'll be taking a walk down Front Street here to Yonge, but then I will kind of do a little walk around the perimeter of the South Core neighborhood. So once I get to Yonge Street, I'll turn left, which is heading south. Let's look down Market Street. There's a fair number of people out and about here, even though it was raining just a little while ago. And it looks like it's going to rain some more. I don't think it's over. There are thunderstorms in the forecast. So this is the St. Lawrence neighborhood. I've come through here a number of times in other videos. This is a very popular neighborhood with tourists, although I'm not too sure if we're still seeing much in the way of tourism in the city, other than maybe people traveling into the city from surrounding areas now, which maybe they didn't before quite as much. I think that's starting to happen. But certainly we don't have any tourism from more far-flung areas, and especially not from outside of Ontario or outside of Canada. And when that all comes back, it'll make a big difference. Here we are at Church Street. There's the famous Flatiron Building. There you can see the CN Tower. And it is super sticky and muggy out here, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what. And there's a look south on Church Street. See if I can get past some of these groups of people who walk more slowly than I do. I've always been a fast walker. There's Birksea Park. Someone's playing the accordion. So I came through here just recently in another one of my videos, but I'll be deviating from that route momentarily. The world is so... Alright, so we are at Front and Yonge. There's a look up Yonge. The financial district. So now I'll just start heading south here on Yonge Street. It's a bit windy here. I didn't bring my foam wind muff. There's looking into the South Core. There's a look up the Esplanade. Try to make this light. There's the Gardner Expressway we're passing underneath. come by this site a number of times. This is where the new super tall condo, the Sky Tower, will rise. It will be 312 meters. And this one is well underway. This is the first phase. That one will be 216 meters. 65 stories. Well, the Sky Tower here will be 95 stories. There's a look straight up Yonge Street. I was trying to remember to not pan too quickly. There's a look back at the Yonge site with the Sugar Wharf towers rising behind it. So as I was saying, I try not to pan too quickly. I've gotten comments on several occasions that I pan too quickly and some of the people watching the videos feel sick. So I'm like, geez, I try to pan slowly. Like, I usually try not to pan any more quickly than I would turn my own head. So I don't think that is out of the realm of what is considered normal panning speed. If you're turning your own head at a certain speed, I think you should be able to turn the camera at that speed also. But so I'm trying to keep it to at least that. Sometimes when I'm walking past something, I just catch something out of the corner of my eye and I quickly want to show it before I walk out of view. So I do tend to pan quickly on certain occasions, I suppose. I can only do so much. So now we're walking along Harbour Street. This is one of the main east-west streets through the South Core. I tend to think of this as the kind of southernmost South Core street, even though Queen's Quay is right here. But Queen's Quay to me seems separate from South Core. I consider that more harbour front, although they are technically in the same area. What have they done here? It looks like they've erected a large electronic sign all the way around the Scotiabank Arena. Or maybe that's not, I know obviously that's a sign there, but maybe it doesn't extend down actually. Maybe it's just the color of the structure is black. Yeah, I think so. For a second I thought the sign was going to be extended all the way down. That could have potentially been cool. So this area of the city has been growing like gangbusters. There's constantly new proposals. There's a proposal for that corner where the conference center is for a new office tower, an over 50-story office tower. And there's a proposal here for another office tower called the Hub, which will also be over 50 stories. And there's the old Harbour Commission building. This used to be directly on the waterfront. So where I'm walking right now was once the lake, but they filled that in over the years. And at one time the lake actually went all the way up to Front Street, which is where Union Station is, so just behind Union Station, maybe just right below the rail tracks, was where the lake once came. Here are the Harbour Square condominiums. In one of my previous videos, I walked along a section of the Gardner that was torn down, and all they left remaining were these big support pillars. And I mentioned that there was another park downtown in the harborfront area that also had these support pillars. So this is it right here. I like to call this Stonehenge of Toronto. It was an off-ramp that they demolished. There's the 1 York office tower and the 10 York condominiums, and behind it is the ICE condominiums. And a look north up York Street that will eventually pass through the financial district. And there's Mr. CN Tower. And this old parking structure here is also slated to be redeveloped into some high-rise condo buildings. There's a GO bus heading towards the new Union Station bus terminal, which is at the base of the CIBC Square office tower, which you can see poking out there up ahead. Back under the Gardner again. I really like the 10 York condo building with its wedge shape, sort of almost like another Flatiron building, just much taller than the one in St. Lawrence Market. So now we're walking north on Lower Simcoe Street. There's another look at the ICE condominiums. It's crossing Bremner Boulevard. This is like tourism central here. We have the Convention Center, Ripley's Aquarium, the CN Tower, the Sky Dome, and looking the other way, the Scotiabank Arena and Jurassic Park. here's some pedestrian walkways that are part of the path system. This skywalk up ahead. You can take that from Union Station right to the base of the CN Tower. I've done a video walking through the sky path before. Carrying a plastic bag with my gimbal in it, so I apologize if you can hear it rustling around in the breeze. I'm going to do a live stream after I finish this video. And here we are at Front Street again. It's looking west. The new 160 York, or 160 Front, I should say, office tower is starting to take shape with its steel frame construction. So I think actually I will wrap this up here. I'll find a place to sit down and take a few minutes to set up my gimbal for my live stream. So I hope you enjoyed this walk around the sort of the perimeter of the South Core area, starting at Yonge in front and ending here at Lower Simcoe in front. So leave a comment below if you did, and like and share and subscribe, and tell your friends and your family. And if you'd like to support the channel, there's a link in the description where you can do so via PayPal, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And there's also a link in the description to my new merch. I'm selling t-shirts and hoodies with my Can Continuum name and logo. And you can also find me on Instagram under K Continuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back, because as always, I will continue.